Okay, hello, here I am. I was supposed to go live yesterday. Did you notice that I was missing? Probably not. That's okay. So I was supposed to go live yesterday because my schedule is to go live every Sunday and Wednesday, but I missed it yesterday because I had a whole bunch of other stuff going on and I didn't properly plan. Let me just take accountability for that. But I also launched the first coaching call in my mentorship program. Well, not the first coaching call, the relaunch. So yesterday we had our first open call and I onboarded the people, new people that came in. And so that kind of helped me up a lot of the day. Me just preparing for that. But anyway, that ain't what I came on here to talk. Okay. What I came on here to talk about is what do event coordinators or people, just people in general that want to partner with you or bring you into a speaking engagement or sponsor you for a speaking engagement, what do they look for? And this was one of the questions that was answered in my 3-day Travel and Speakers Blueprint event that I had a couple of weeks ago. But I'm going to share with you what I got out of it, because what I did was I brought the actual people that have booked me to speak, I brought them in and I asked them directly in front of everybody that was on there, what made you bring me in? So I wanted to share with you some of the things that they said, and also just out of my experience, what I believe when it comes to bringing people in to speak. Not to mention that I myself, when I did the Command Your Throne conference, I brought in 2 speakers myself. So I'm also on the other end. I've played both parts, okay? Meaning that I've played the part of somebody bringing me in to speak, and I've also played the part of bringing somebody else in to speak. So you're going to get this from both angles, okay? Number one thing that people are looking for is your brand story. Now, I'm using the word brand story because, wait a minute, right now I'm not even looking at myself on the screen. Okay, here we go. I'm using the word brand story because that's more of marketing terminology. But what I really mean is, what is your mission? What is your belief system? What is the main thing that people congregate towards you for? A lot of times entrepreneurs, including myself, think that people or most people are congregating towards them or congregating around them because of the knowledge that they have. And that's only one part of it. And as a matter of fact, that's probably not the biggest part of it. The biggest part of it is that they share a story with you. They can relate to your story. So again, I did talk about this in the 3-day Travel and Speakers Blueprint, so I'm not going to go into super detail about it. If you missed it, it's okay. I'm going to do it again, all right? But anyway, what I found is that most of the people said that they related to my story, okay? So, and I'm talking about my story of transformation, my story of when my mom and dad, they were drug addicts and they left me when I was little, and and the whole story behind that. The story about how I used to only attract F-boys. And so that is where the whole self-realization of a goddess course, really the root of it started in that. Okay. And so I went on this whole mission to help women understand that they are accountable for what happens with their womb, that they are accountable for the men that they choose to be in relationships with, the men that they choose to have children with, and blah, 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 blah. So I went on this whole mission and this whole rampage, which turned into self-realization of a goddess. But because of my story, that I would all of the stories that I would tell, okay, these are multiple stories that I'm telling inside of my brand story. That is what made people bring me in to speak, because they related to my story. Now, when I say they related to my story, I'm not only talking about women, because hello, somebody, it wasn't only women that was bringing me in to speak. It wasn't only women that was sponsoring when I was traveling and stuff like that. Which I know that I need to bring that back. I mean, people keep asking me, like, when am I coming to this? People still asking me, when am I coming to this city or that city, or coming back to this city or that city? I did put my my traveling, speaking kind of on pause, because I wanted to focus in on transitioning from speaking only about metaphysics to transitioning to business. I'm laughing because my cat want me to play with him and he keep bringing his ball over here. Here, sheesh. Okay. Anyway, I know he's gonna bring it back over here. So my point, what I'm saying though, is that it wasn't only women that was sponsoring me and flying me in and paying for my hotel and selling tickets for me, and men was doing this too. As a matter of fact, I bought in one of the guys that actually paid for my event space when I did the class in Texas. So, and then when I asked him, why did you bring me in? First of all, it was because of his relationship with his woman at the time. I don't know what's going on with them now, but anyway, at the time, because she was being transformed through the Self-Realization of a Goddess course, and she was talking about my program a lot to him. He bought into it, and so because he bought into it so much, he agreed to help sponsor it. He agreed to help bring people in, and then his girl at the time, she agreed to sell tickets to help me to sponsor it. So what I'm saying here is that it was the story. It was the story, and it was the belief system that I had that made people want to bring me in. That's number one, okay? I said all that to really say that the number one reason why people will bring you in to speak is because of your brand story and how it connects to your belief system, okay? If they can relate to that and they feel strongly about with the mission that you're on, people will be like, raise their hand and say, I'm on that mission too, let me help you, okay? That's number one. Number two is people brought me in because they saw that I had a body of knowledge, and that I was, in their eyes, and in my own eyes too, I was being perceived as an expert in a specific niche. I was being perceived as an expert in universal law, metaphysics, law of attraction, manifestation. We create our own reality, whatever woo-woo words you want to use, right? People saw that I was an expert in that. And not only was I an expert in speaking about it, I had I still do, have a particular way of conveying the message about that. And so it made my content, it makes my content very interesting. It makes people lean into it, right? So because I had an expertise in a particular subject and they saw that, people brought me in. Now, when I'm saying like an expertise, what I'm getting at is I have a body of knowledge, and I'm not saying that I'm not saying it to be arrogant or to brag, right? I have YouTube videos that go back 10 years with me talking about the same stuff. I've switched it. Well, not even really switched it. I transformed it, transmutation, whatever, in the past year or two, to be more business focused, because I'm focused more on entrepreneurship, and now I'm focused more on helping other people that want to do what I have been doing for the past 5 years, which is getting paid to travel, speak, and teach. Okay. Yes, I've been teaching about metaphysics and universal law and manifestation and self-realization and all of that stuff, but now I'm on a mission to help you do that. So if you're watching this and you want to know, what is she talking about? I'm on a mission to help you get paid to speak, teach, and travel. That's what I'm doing. So what I'm doing right now is sharing you. Number two is that you need to have a body of knowledge. And when I say a body of knowledge, I'm talking about you need to start building your expertise in what you talk about. Like some people, okay. I have been asking people, and I have been interviewing people in the inbox. I made a TikTok about this. I've been interviewing people in the inbox, asking them, what do they feel like is the hardest part of them getting paid to speak? Now, first of all, let me be clear on when I'm saying getting paid to speak, because getting paid to speak is not always somebody literally writing you a check and bringing you in. You can build your own stage. That's what I did. Over the past 5 to 10 years, You can build, I have built my own stage. Like I've literally built my own stage. I've built my own audience, and I literally put my own events together, and then people fly out to come hear me speak and teach from the stage. And then I sold from the stage, right? So what I'm saying is that getting people to pay you to speak is not always in the form of an organization bringing you in. You have to crawl before you walk, right? So getting paid to speak can show up in multiple ways. But in order for it to show up, period, you have to have a body of knowledge behind you, which means if you are at the beginning of this, I want to get paid to speak, teach, and travel thing, then you need to be building up your body of knowledge on a daily basis. What does that look like? That looks like, yes, you're making reels and you're making YouTube, videos and stuff like that. But where's your long form content at? Meaning that you can talk about this for a long time. You can talk about this for your subject. You're not just making a 60-second reel. You can talk about this same subject for, I don't know, an hour. Where is that? Right? Where is this is YouTube videos that I'm talking about. And I'm not saying that you have to do a YouTube video, but I'm saying, where's your body of knowledge at? And it's not just in a TikTok, because you have to get to the point where people want more than a 60-second reel from you. Like my YouTube followers literally tell me that they want more. They want long, they don't want to just watch a 60-second video. They want a whole long video because they're used to me giving them that. I'm not as consistent as I should be. I do a YouTube video approximately once a month. I'm actually behind the ball right now with that. But anyway, yes, you need a body of knowledge. You need long form content showing that you can talk about and teach about and actually build an audience around this specific subject for long periods of time. Where's your long form blogs at? Where's your book at? This is why most speakers or many speakers, they start their journey in writing a book. So like, for example, I just finished reading the book Atomic Habits, which, oh my God, as a Virgo rising, listen, that book, when people be like writing, a lot of people wrote like on the Amazon reviews, this book is life-changing. No, this book really is life-changing. This is a book that I will definitely say is life-changing. If you read this whole book and don't nothing change about you, you got a problem. You got a serious problem. But anyway, my point of bringing him up is that he talks about his entrepreneurial journey, and it started with him writing long form content. I think maybe every week he had a blog or something like that, and he had a newsletter, and it started to grow. Right? This is long form content we talking about. We ain't talking about no 60-second, no 15-second TikTok with you dancing and stuff. Nothing is wrong with that. And I'm not saying that you can't use TikTok or Reels or whatever in order for you to get booked to speak. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, for people to really see you as an expert, you need bingeable content. So yes, you need a book. I'm going to put my stamp of approval in there and say, yes, you need a book. Okay. You need, and not just any book, of course, you need to pour your heart into it. What I teach my mentorship program includes you learning how to turn everything that you're doing into a book. If you're already teaching courses and classes and hosting events, and you already have a book in you. But anyway, that's part of the mentorship program, which, by the way, let me plug that. I'm in the onboarding phase this week. So if that's something that you've been thinking about doing, you are more than welcome to hop on a call with me to talk about the mentorship program and see if that's what you want to do. Please only sign up for the call if you are really interested in starting right now, because we're in full swing now. I just did the first onboarding call yesterday. And so this week is the week for bringing people in. Okay. But anyway, you should have a book. You should be working on a book. At the very minimum, you should be working on a book right now. Okay. You should have blogs. This is long form content. You should have YouTube videos. You should have a YouTube channel where people can watch long form videos. Do you understand that long form videos is what gets people, or what helps people know, like, and trust you? The longer they spend with you, the faster it speeds up the process for them to know, like, and trust you. So that's why long form videos actually is going to help propel you as being seen as an expert in your niche. Okay. And notoriety. This is you being known for a particular thing. People bring you in to speak because you are known for talking about, let's just say, one thing right now. Some people, I'm just saying people, particularly entrepreneurs, okay, including, well, I think I stayed on the same subject for the most part. For at least the past 5 years, I stayed on the same subject. And I still do talk about the same subjects, except for now, like I keep saying, I am transmuting my energy to be more geared towards my target audience is entrepreneurs. My target audience is entrepreneurs. But now I'm being more specific because I'm learning to narrow down my niche, just like every entrepreneur that's listening to me is doing. Everybody's, if you don't learn how to do that, you're going to be sinking and drowning all over the place. Learning how to narrow down your niche. Some of us, and I'm including myself, we would have a niche that says, I want to help you transform your life. I want to help you change your life. That is not specific enough, because what is the problem that you're solving? I promise you, oh my God, this is the main thing. This is the main issue that you are probably having. And I'm saying this out of experience, is that you still don't know what problem you are helping people solve. That is why I got to the point where now I'm saying that the problem that I'm helping you solve is getting, at the very minimum, your first speaking engagement, getting paid to speak for the first time. And my goal is to help you make $5,000 a month minimum. And I'm saying that because I've done that regularly. So that's why I'm sharing with you today. Your number 2 thing that helps people book you to speak is you having a body of knowledge. Okay, so that was number 2. You need to be consistent in what you're talking about. Some of y'all, one day you selling lashes and the next day you let me help you build your credit. Listen, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not beating you up. It's okay. You are still trying to figure it out. But the point that I'm getting at here is when you get to the point where you want to get booked to speak and you want people to bring you in to speak, or you want to build your own stage and build an audience where people are flying in to come see you or driving for miles to come see you, you're going to have to stick to one thing. I'm looking you squarely in the face and telling you, you're going to have to stick to one thing, maybe 2. And those 2 things, you need to marry them together. Okay? Number 3 is you need advocates. You need other people to speak on you. You need people to speak in rooms that you ain't in. Those are your advocates. Those are the people that are sitting at some event somewhere, and they're talking to somebody else who needs your solution, who has the problem that you solve, and that person leans in and says, you need to talk to Rev. I'm talking about myself. You need to talk to Rev Kamisha. That's who you need to talk to. There are people in my mentorship program that is how they came in there. Not because they see me on a TikTok, not because they see me pointing the words and dancing. No shade to TikTok. But I'm trying to help you understand the other ways of you getting booked to speak, or you hitting that $5,000 a month at minimum, is that you have people that have bought into your brand story so much and have bought into your expertise so much that they speak your name in rooms that you ain't in. So like the example that I'm giving here is one, I know for sure, because the girl told me, well, yeah, at least one person. This happens actually all the time, but I'm talking about somebody in my mentorship program. She did not find me from being on social media. She found me because somebody else recommended me. She was talking about something that she wanted to do, something that she was actually talking about, that she wanted to speak, teach, and travel, that she wanted to teach about feminine energy and build an audience and blah, 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 blah. And somebody recommended me. And so she went and found me on YouTube. And because I had a body of knowledge there on the same topic, metaphysics, universal law, feminine, masculine energy, whatever she found. Then she went and sent me a message or something like that. That's how the story went, something like that. But my point of bringing that up is that she found me through somebody else. There's people that's in my alumni that are even not even on social media. They found me because somebody else recommended me. Because somebody else on social media have bought into my body of knowledge and have bought into my brand story, that they recommended them, and that's how they wound up coming into my course, and now they're alumni. When I say alumni, I mean they went through the whole Self-Realization of a Goddess course, which I need to bring that back. I have people asking me all the time about how do I become alumni? Here's the answer to that question. It's just that I haven't put things in place to make that happen again. So you become alumni by not only taking the Self-Realization of a Goddess course, but actually taking the quizzes that come with them. Everybody that's alumni, which I have like 60 or something alumni, everybody that's alumni, they have actually taken the full course and they answer the questions in the quiz. So it's not like you just take the course. What's holding up the process is me every time I move the course from one software to another, I have to re-put the quizzes in. And so I just been procrastinating about putting the quizzes in. I think I'm gonna ask my VA to do that though. That wasn't on our list of things. Okay, I'm just talking to myself. Anyway. That's how you become alumni. What's the benefits of becoming alumni? You get discounts on things that I do. You get invited to things that I do first, and only alumni can come on retreats with me when I do host retreats. I know I haven't done one in a while, but that's because I've transitioned over into talking about business and offering my expertise in business. And so I kind of put a lot of things on hold to make that transition. But I only invite alumni to go on retreats with me. So when I relaunch going to Egypt, because I do plan on relaunching that, because I did offer that, and then the whole COVID hit and everything got canceled and blah, 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 blah. When I relaunch that, you can only go on a retreat with me if you've gone through the Self-Realization of a Goddess course. And the reason why is because I only want certain kind of women around me. I'm just being flat out. That's the truth. Because I only want self-accountable women to travel with me. That's it. Okay. But anyway, so yes, you get discounts. You get invited to things first. So like, for example, one of the girls that's in my mentorship program, she got a $500 discount from joining for joining the mentorship program. If you're alumni and you're listening to this, if you didn't know that, yes, you get a $500 discount if you want to join the mentorship program, which is a year long. Well, for alumni, it's lifetime. That's another perk that they get. It's me and you will never part. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to close this. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful for you. And so what I'm asking you to do, now that you've gotten the 3 things, let's go over them. Let's do a recap real quick. 3 things that you need for people to bring you in to speak or to sponsor you to come into their city, which can be manifested in a lot of different ways. But 3 things you need is, number 1, what is your brand story? People should know that. People should know your story. They should be able to speak it verbatim, because that's how they buy into you. So what is your brand story? You need that. That needs to be plastered everywhere. You need a body of knowledge. We're talking books. We're talking blogs. We're talking YouTube videos. Long form stuff is what I'm saying. And number 3, you need advocates. You can exchange that word for testimonials, but I'm not just talking about testimonials where people are just writing, oh yeah, that was so good. Her class is so good. That's not what I'm talking about when I say advocates. I'm talking about people that speak your name in rooms that you are not in. That's what you also need. So that was 1, 2, 3. Now, if you want to get paid to speak, teach, and travel, if that's something that's on your to-do list, no, let's not even say it like that, because I don't want people that's just on your to-do list. And I'm not saying that in a like kind of way. No, I want people that really are serious about it, that are really serious about it and are actually going to do the work that needs to be done, which is creating the body of knowledge, which is creating the brand story, which is showing up for themselves every day and willing to do the work that it takes to build a virtual audience and have people bring you in to speak. If that is something that you are currently working on, let me say it like that, not on your to-do list, you are actively in this, and maybe you are not hitting that at a minimum $5,000 a month, then I want to talk to you. You are who I'm looking for. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. Are you looking for me? Are you looking for help? If you are looking for help, I want you to book a call with me. I want you to book a painful to profitable audit with me. You can go right now to my bio, and there's a link in there for you to book the call with me. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through a checkpoint list. This checkpoint list is made up of all the things that I've done over the past 5 years that I know played a role in helping me get paid to speak. Whether that be me hosting my own virtual event and building my own audience, or somebody else flying me in. Okay, we're gonna go through that list and see what are you doing and what are you not doing. And then I'm gonna offer you to come into the mentorship program. I'm letting you know right now that that's what's gonna happen on the call. So if you're completely no, you're not looking for a mentor right now, then don't sign up for the audit, because that's what I'm gonna ask you at the end. Do you want help? I'm gonna ask you, do you want help with this? Or are you just going to go try to figure it out on your own? The entrepreneurs, that is one of the main reasons why a lot of entrepreneurs, including myself, they slow down their own process by thinking that they already know. I know I said I was ready to get off here. That's why I made a post about that, saying that you don't know stuff because you read it in a book. You don't know stuff because you watch the YouTube video, because you watch 10,000 YouTube videos and you already know you need a value, what they call it, a value proposition. You already know you need, I don't know, a brand story, everything I just told you, right? Not everything, but if you in that headspace where you like, well, you already know it, but you haven't been doing it, that means that you still need help. That means that you still need, because you're not implementing it. Then the question becomes, why are you not implementing it? Because are you addicted to just the information? I'm only saying this because I've done it, y'all, and I still do it sometimes. You think that you're making progress because you're watching a YouTube video. The progress doesn't do anything until you do the thing that they say in the video, until you actually do it. See, that's when after you start doing it, then that's going to lead to another problem that needs to be solved. I just said this to my students the other day on a call. Well, on an onboarding call, I told them flat out that if we get on an onboarding call and I ask, do y'all have any questions? I'm going to do my spiel and everything, but then I ask, do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have any concerns? Where are you stuck? Where do you need help with? And if everybody's quiet, they don't need help, they're not stuck at nothing, they don't have no questions, that tells me you're not really in it. That tells me right there that you're not really doing it. There's no way in the world that you could be in it and doing it and you ain't got no questions and you ain't got no concerns and you just like, and you don't feel stuck nowhere, like, then you're not doing it. That's the truth. Okay, let me get off here. Book the call with me if you want to talk about how to get unstuck from getting booked to paid to speak, teach, and travel. Talk to you later. Bye.